So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Stephanie Rawson with All Web Promotion, and I'm here with All Webbers Brady and Caitlin. And today we're going to present to you ways you can prepare your store before the holiday season begins. I know the holiday shopping season still seems pretty far away, but it's quickly approaching, and now is a great time to start planning. With that being said, every great plan starts with a goal. So what goals should your online store have for this holiday season? If we look at businesses with traditional storefront locations, they typically have goals to increase revenue by getting more people in the door. So similarly, e-commerce merchants should aim to increase their sales by increasing traffic to their website. Also, a physical store might do things like meet their goals by hiring more employees, increasing inventory, running sales, extending store hours, and that kind of thing. Being an online store, you can increase your selling potential with website design and development and marketing. So your overall goals are going to be to streamline, optimize, and put into place solid strategies that will build up your online presence. Having a poor online presence around the holidays will result in missing out on valuable sales. However, a strong online presence paired with strategic planning gives your business a big advantage over your competitors. More and more people are shopping online every year. So let's just take a moment and consider these statistics that I have up here on the screen. These are holiday shopping stats. From 2016, holiday online spending reached over $63 billion. That's billion with a B, $63 billion. Last year, holiday sales represented nearly 20% of total retail industry sales. So 20% of all sales happened during that holiday season. Mobile sales during 2017 reached almost $36 billion for the holidays, and $7 billion of that was just from Black Friday and Cyber Monday alone. While you ponder the impact those stats could have on your business, I'm going to pass the reins over to Brady, who's going to talk to you about your web development goals for the 2018 holiday season. Passing it over here.
I am an All Web developer here at All Web Promotion, and I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about how to prepare your website for Christmas season and just the holidays in general. So as Stephanie said, I know that August may seem a little early to talk about the holidays, but after listening to those statistics, you can't afford to wait. If you have been making many of the common web dev mistakes that I'm going to be covering, then you're probably only currently earning about a fraction of your sales potential. But after applying these next steps to your website, you can actually end up dominating your field in the coming months. The first thing to do before the holiday rush is to get on board with your website security. Most sites are usually secure, but sometimes store pages or other informational pages are not. But the big question is, how do you know if a page is secure or not? To find that out, you're going to want to look at the URL of your website, which is in the address bar of the browser. If those letters seem familiar to you, it's probably because you've seen them about 1,000 times. Those letters HTTP. That kind of represents the protocol that sends data between the website and the browser. When you add an S onto the end, that means secure. Therefore, the secure websites start with HTTPS. In order to get HTTPS, you need an SSL certificate. There's a growing number of providers that offer free SSL certificates. For example, let's take Hosting Ground. They'll let you install a free certificate called Let's Encrypt. If you have a Yahoo store, you actually can already have a secure checkout page. It's automatically there. As far as the rest of your site, though, Yahoo has it for free, but you have to activate it all by yourself. Some hosting providers and platforms do charge for SSL certificates, so make sure that you do some research before you buy anything. Another way to be aware of it is the 3 types of SSL certificates. Most sites use a standard domain validated certificate. This is enough to be confident that information being sent back and forth between the website and browser, it's all encrypted and safe. The two higher levels of SSL, they require more verification, which in turn provides more users with a lot of trust in the actual company. But while they do give your customers more peace of mind, be aware that they do take much longer to get certified, and it'll definitely be costing you more money. Cybersecurity is a growing concern on everyone's radar right now. For this reason, browsers are becoming more active and warning their users of risky sites. So let's say Chrome, for example. They're owned by Google. They have a lot of users. They actually put a not secure warning on their address bar. It reads not secure on every HTTP website. On the other hand, an HTTPS site that's fully secure, that'll read secure and display a green lock icon. When clicked, the lock icon actually shows the user a lot of safety information about their site. And obviously, this will make them feel a lot safer, and they'll want to fill up their shopping cart a lot more too. Keep in mind, though, that even if you have an SSL certificate, there's still a chance that not all of your pages will be HTTPS. Once you've installed the SSL certificate, make sure you check every page on the website so that there's no content giving a page security error. Because if there is, then the whole page would be insecure too, which means no green lock. And that green lock is worth its weight in gold too, because research shows that 84% of users would stop shopping if they saw that the page was insecure. So that's way too many customers lost, way too much the risk for your bottom line too. Without HTTPS certification, websites are much more vulnerable to attack from hackers. But your customer safety is just one out of the many ways that HTTPS can really increase your sales in the holidays. Google's goal is for all websites to be secure by default, and they've actually been using security as a factor in search engine rankings for a while now too. This can mean a direct impact for your traffic, but has indirect benefits too. For instance, HTTPS is also a requirement for new technologies that are upcoming, including some very important ones regarding page speed optimization. And that leads us to our next item on our checklist, page speed optimization. It directly correlates to the time users spend on the website and has a wide reach. And it can impact anything from user experience to even the search engine rankings from Google too. Personally, this one is the most annoying thing for me, going to a website and it takes forever to load and you want to pull your hair out. And I think everyone can probably sympathize with that. But shoppers feel that way too. When it comes down to it, there's a very small window for your website to really convince them that they'll actually want to buy from the store. So let's take a statistic from Section.io, for example. They say that over 9% of users will leave a website after just 2 seconds of loading. And then a little over 17% of users will leave after 4 seconds of loading. And roughly 32% of all the shoppers will leave after 7 seconds of loading. That is way too many lost customers for such an easy, avoidable problem. But many people don't really realize that with just a few steps, they can optimize their site to decrease loading speed and obviously increase conversions. The first step is to test your pages to see that they are good speed already. I suggest a site like webpagetest.org that will actually tell you your loading time from all over the world, and it can even break down into percentages how many bytes your code or images take up. Definitely the best one out there. Next, you need to do a little image compression. If you have a couple banners or some product photos on your site, those could be taking up a lot of loading time because of their scale. So open one in an image editing software like Microsoft Paint or something more professional, and then you can kind of scale down the image. Then you can load the image to a website that I use basically every day. It's called tinypng.com, and it filters out all the unnecessary bytes of an image without losing that high quality look. This alone could actually shrink the file to about half the size it was previously, and obviously drastically decreasing load time. Lastly, make sure that the website has clean code. A lot of out-of-date code also slows speeds down, and in turn, that could ruin your rankings on Google. They actually just pushed out another update last month in July by Google, which penalizes websites with extreme load times. So before the holidays begin, definitely ask your developer or reach out to your hosting provider to inquire about other ways that you can optimize the page speed. Well, let's move to the front end now. On a day like Cyber Monday, shoppers are jumping around from site to site. They're trying to find the best deals. While they're doing that, they're actually gaining expectations of what they want in a website, even if they don't realize it. That's how you get, but don't just meet them at their expectations. You need to exceed their expectations before they buy things and buy a lot too. And that's how you get returning customers who will shop at your store even beyond the New Year's. This is where the user experience comes in. Your store needs to offer them something both unique and functional, and it needs to successfully guide the shoppers through the buying process and eventually to the checkout page. Every design feature in your store needs to be there for a reason. Try to keep your design clean and simple. That way you can add a lot of features and you can take them away too without affecting a lot of the design look. Furthermore, a simple design also, it'll allow you to add a lot of festive graphics, promoting sales without your site seeming too busy or just kind of clashing with all the other colors. Your design should allow you to add a lot of seasonal customizations while maintaining a very strong base. So take these upcoming months to kind of declutter and streamline your site before you put any graphics up. After your overall design is established, it's time to actually put those graphics up and house banners and other promotional material. The big thing we stress here at All Web is that you don't have call to actions, you have call to values. I'm going to repeat that. You don't have call to actions, have call to values. That way you can have a strong incentive to take advantage of deals and promotion, not just have them click a button and have them buy things. And I'm talking about graphics that are literally step-by-step guides on how to save on your great deals. Your goal is to make it as easy as possible for the shopper to do this. The best banners are made up of attractive graphics, urgent buttons, and maybe even a few clever animations too. Just compel users to act fast on your sales by using urgent wording or timers that count down to when your sale ends. More on timers from Caitlin as well, so I don't steal her thunder. Pop-ups, those can also help with conversions, but only if they're done well. For instance, let's take a site that blasts you with a pop-up like right after it loads. Those are annoying, and those scare off a lot of shoppers. You need to time your pop-ups so that they appear when the user has exit intent, or after the client has been on your site enough to know what you sell and if they're interested or not. Also, these pop-ups, make sure they offer exclusive deals, or you can have them sign up for an email subscription to get a discount. Just do anything that's actually worth interrupting them and not going to backfire on you. A general principle in psychology is that the more you make someone laugh, the more comfortable and trusting they are, whether it's for a person or a website in this case. So make sure that your website has a lot of life by adding a lot of fun graphics or a lot of text with personality. During Christmas, here's some ideas. You could just throw a little snow that's collected on your logo, or you could put a picture of a puppy with a Santa Claus head in its head. I'm going to spitball on here. I mean, the adorable puppy in the picture is my personal favorite. Or maybe even a meme, just as long as you bear in mind that they're getting flashed a lot throughout the day with a lot of other seasonal colors, so don't kind of overload them on that. You want a level of casual that you think that your audience will be comfortable with. For example, don't put a new trending meme on a site for wheelchairs and walkers. You have to know the demographic and then use that knowledge to gauge what type of fun to add. These design features will make your site stand out, and it can also loosen up the user so that they feel more relaxed and in turn more ready to buy stuff. But you can't buy something that you can't find, which brings up navigation. The easier it is for the user to find what they're looking for, that means the more likely that they'll buy it. Therefore, the navigation menu, the search bar, and the on-page navigation, it needs to be practical. When designing your navigation menu, make sure that you anticipate users' intentions. Most people will have a product that they came to your site specifically to buy. So your goal is to show them that you have the product, it's competitively priced, and that you're also an expert on the product. Then take it a step further by showing them other personal recommendations that they can buy too, that you think they would like. Optimize your navigation menu so that people can get to interior categories and find products really quickly and easily. Make sure that your menu is also very clear and concise in its wording. Try to use very general terms that people will easily understand. Also, if you have multiple tiers of navigation, make sure that you use a mega menu on a desktop computer or accordion menu for mobile. That way it creates a really easy to digest snippet of navigation instead of overloading them or giving them a super long overflowing drop-down menu, which is really annoying because you have to scroll down to find what's at the end. A well-organized navigation menu is a blessing, but it's also kind of like guacamole. That's right, guacamole. If you didn't know, guacamole usually divides a room in half. Half the room loves it, and half the room hates it. Not everyone prefers to shop via navigation menu. So don't design just for the navigation menu and then forget to optimize the search function or vice versa, because that's a great way to lose about half of your customers. Every online store needs a quality search bar because it allows those search bar customers, that know what they want quickly, to quickly find it and buy it. So you use an autofill feature to give them suggestions too. This can make the search process a lot quicker by making them not type everything out. Secondly, you can make the search bar large and have it stand out with bold colors, put it in a central place so it can help them find it easily. Equally as important, make sure that your search results are great. If your search functionality isn't up to par, or your store has complicated search needs, then definitely consider upgrading your search or just replacing it altogether. There are also third-party options out there, companies that specialize in this kind of stuff. If you have an on-page navigation, use filtering to guide the user to their product. The different categories on your filter should be anything from color to size, genre, etc., depending on your industry and what you sell. Also, give the user price options like price from highest to lowest, or have them narrow down a price range. Essentially, make the customer searching experience seem less like a hunt and more like a journey that guides them to their desired product while promoting other unexpected purchases along the way. These kind of tools loosely serve as a virtual replacement for having a sales associate on the floor. They can help people find stuff or even recommend things to people. If you want that kind of optimization, then you're the real deal, then you're going to want a live chat to your store. If you add a live chat to your store, that can really help with closing deals and even increasing conversions too. The next thing to check off your holiday to-do list is making your website mobile friendly. According to Statista, about 52% of the entire world's traffic is through a mobile device. That was from 2018. This number has been steadily rising as phones are becoming more smart, meaning that if your site isn't mobile friendly, you might be cutting your potential sales in half, not to mention the loss of exposure from SEO too. Similar to HTTPS, having a mobile-friendly website also gains Google's favor. They even recently rolled out a mobile-first initiative that changed the way they index sites on Google searches. As this initiative continues to roll out, they actually are solely looking at your store on a mobile to decide how high to rank your site on the searches as opposed to your desktop site. Basically, this means that if you're not mobile-friendly, forget milking the holidays for a large boost in sales because you won't even be meeting regular sales goals. To truly compete in your market during the holidays, your online store needs to not only be exceptional on desktop, but also even better on mobile. So don't neglect either one or the other. Because even though Google will put most priority on your mobile website, some people actually do shop on their mobile devices, and then they'll make the actual purchase and transaction on their desktop later on. There are two forms your website can take to be considered mobile friendly. Those are adaptive and responsive. An adaptive website has different versions. For example, a set of mobile files and a set of desktop files. The server detects what device you're on and it serves you a different copy of the page based on your device. Whereas a responsive design is built to kind of rearrange one single page depending on the screen resolution of the viewer, not the device. Simply put, the adaptive is based on the device you're using and the responsive is based on your screen size. If you kind of want to see the difference, then you can go to your desktop computer and look at the way the layout of a site will change as a browser changes. If your size of the browser window to come down to about a phone size, it won't change on an adaptive site at all. However, if you viewed the same site on a phone, you'd see a completely different version of the website. That's because it depends on the device, not the screen size, like I said earlier. But for responsive design, that will change shape as you resize your browser window. It'll rearrange itself as the view part gets smaller. So content on the responsive site will kind of flow and move organically, which is for the most part better because it'll work on an iPad and a phone. It also trumps adaptive because, well, Google says so. And kind of like Santa Claus, they decide what's naughty and nice. Check your website to see if it's up to their standards by using their tool. This is a tool from Google called Mobile Friendly Test. If your website is not responsive, then definitely talk to your developer on how they can get it prepped for the holidays. HTTPS, page speed, mobile friendliness, and all the other things that I talked about, they'll increase your favor with Google, but you actually will need more than good rankings on Google to be successful. You'll even need more than a great website. To truly increase your bottom line, you're going to need to get people to the website, aka marketing. So I'm going to hand this over to Caitlin now.
All right, everyone else. You guys can hear me? Thank you, Brady.
My name is Caitlin. I'm a graphic designer here at All Web, but I also work in marketing. So now that your website is on the nice list and it's ready for the holiday sales rush, it's time to work on your marketing strategy. The ultimate goal during the holiday season is to increase conversions and ultimately revenue. More people shop online than in physical stores every year. So it's important to make sure your marketing is consistent. The most powerful campaigns represent company branding and values. One of the best ways to build brand recognition and keep everything consistent is by using similar graphics that follow a theme. Create these graphics ahead of time so that you're prepared when it comes time to post them, because you'll most likely be busy with other things. By creating them early, you can also make sure that all your graphics look similar in style, making it easier for your potential customers to recognize that it's your store or your sale. Your company may not be as large as Coca-Cola, but having a marketing campaign as memorable to your customers as the Coca-Cola polar bears is within reach, because everybody knows the Coca-Cola polar bears. Another great idea is to create holiday-themed landing pages on your website to be used for promotions and unique holiday shopping. Landing pages take advantage of streamlining very specific goals and are great for things like email marketing and pay-per-click ads. Incorporate your graphics theme onto these pages to keep your marketing consistent. These pages can include gift guides, popular holiday products, promotions, and so much more. Ultimately, these pages should tell your customers why they should shop with you over your competitors and compel those customers to make a purchase. Countdowns are another great way to get people interested. A countdown to the last day or time to place an order so that it will arrive before Christmas lets your customers know that they will get their packages on time. You're putting valuable information right in your customer's face and building trust by reassuring them that their gifts will arrive on time. This strategy also creates a sense of urgency, and it encourages people to order sooner rather than later. 3 of the best ways to advertise to potential customers are through email marketing, social media marketing, and paid advertising. Let's start with email marketing, which has a lot of great benefits. Email marketing is the most effective marketing strategy for the holidays because your list already includes people who are interested. Email marketing also boasts the highest return on investment rate out of any other marketing strategy. There are many great email marketing platforms out there, but one of our favorites is Remarketing because it integrates well with most e-commerce platforms, including Yahoo stores. Remarketing also offers the ability to create custom campaigns with advanced segmentation, giving you an edge on personalization and allowing you to track performance. You can refine your email marketing strategy around the holidays by offering promotional deals, sending more frequently, and taking advantage of segmentation and personalization. Promotional deals are a great way to wow your subscribers. Offer them exclusive, email-only deals centered around your holiday theme. This will not only allow you to track how effective your email marketing really is, but it will make people want to be on your list, so they know they are getting the best deals. One idea is to create an email campaign that counts down to Christmas and include a unique coupon code specific for this email campaign. The countdown will remind customers to buy soon, and the coupon will add that little extra incentive that they need to buy. This also creates a great campaign that can be sent out more frequently. Don't be afraid to increase the number of emails you're sending out during the holiday season. Increasing your email frequency is more accepted during this time because people tend to be more willing to look at what deals you have to offer. This is where you should pay attention to your competitors. Watch what they're doing so that you can get an edge over them. As an added bonus, appearing more often in a customer's inbox builds brand recognition and loyalty. But it's not enough to just appear in a customer's inbox. You want to let them know that something of value is inside that email. This is where you can take advantage of the segmenting and personalization options your email marketing platform has to offer. Segmenting your email list allows you to send more relevant emails and narrow down your target audience to those who would be more interested in certain products, certain categories, or certain promotional deals. For example, you can segment your emails to only send to customers who have bought from the women's clothing category and recommend your newest shirts to them. These customers have already shown interest in this category, so they are more likely to buy those new shirts than customers who bought other items such as shoes. This method of personalization is the future of email marketing, so start personalizing your emails now to get ahead of your competition. Every email marketing platform has different abilities, and the strategy that works for another company may not work for you. Explore what your platform has to offer, and then test out some different strategies to find out what works best for you. You can always reach out to a professional during this time if you have any questions or for advice on how to improve. Next, we're going to dive into social media marketing, which is another great way to advertise to potential customers. Social media marketing allows you to connect with both new and repeat customers. Posting regularly is a great way to stay in the forefront of your customers' minds, and that's something you can start doing now to build your brand image and following before the holidays even start. Don't forget to mirror your holiday theme by incorporating those graphics across all platforms. This helps with your brand recognition. You can also boost your reach through paid ads on popular platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. The more people see your posts, the more likely they are to remember your business when they start their shopping, especially if you have a really good reason they should shop with you. Incorporate a good mix of sales and non-sales focused posts. The posts that are not focused around sales could be a good mix of company fun, news, and values. By promoting your company values, such as community involvement or volunteer work, you show your customers that you're much more than just products for sale. This leaves a lasting memory and a great impression of your business. Social media giveaways are another idea to boost your exposure and get people interested. Get creative with your giveaways. One idea is to do a giveaway with a 12 Days of Christmas theme. Ask people to name how many times turtle doves and gold rings are mentioned in the original song. Those who comment with the right answer, that turtle doves are mentioned 11 times and gold rings are mentioned 8 times, will be entered into a drawing to win. Bonus points if they didn't have to Google it. You can make your audience even more jolly by including gift guides or ideas into your posts. People love to share Christmas tips and ideas. You can get a discussion going by asking questions such as, what's your favorite stocking stuffer? Or what tasty treats do you like to make or eat for Thanksgiving? These discussions will boost your reach and help to engage with your followers. Keep an eye on social hashtags that are trending during the holiday season as well, and try to incorporate those into your own posts as much as possible. You can even consider starting your own hashtag. Be sure to incorporate this into your marketing and encourage your followers and customers to use that hashtag. You can encourage customers to post a photo with their new product or who they gifted it to and use that hashtag. Email marketing and social media marketing both have their advantages. But another great way to advertise to potential customers is through Google. Running ads through Google Ads, previously Google AdWords, has many benefits, especially around the holidays. The biggest benefit overall is that a well-optimized ads campaign works much faster than SEO, which can give you a lot more bang for your buck. Ads are faster and more effective because they allow you to focus on multiple keywords at a time and turn campaigns on and off. This method of driving leads instantly is great around the holiday season because you can take advantage of using seasonal keywords, such as gifts for mom or holiday shopping for dad. You can also run ads that reflect any promotions you would like to highlight. Google Ads also allows you to run remarketing campaigns. And if you aren't already remarketing, you should be, because remarketing gives you the opportunity to win back customers by reminding them what they're missing out on. Customers make decisions faster during the holiday shopping season, so when looking at your remarketing strategy, it may be a good idea to consider decreasing the amount of time users are on your list. This will ensure that these potential customers are seeing your ads faster and more frequently when you're still fresh in their minds. So when looking at your holiday marketing strategy, remember that there are many ways to reach your customers. Contact a professional if you need help or advice.
All right, great job, Caitlin. I'm going to take this back over here. That wraps up our marketing end of things. So I just want to recap in general and say, physical stores go through countless hours of preparation to get ready for the holidays. And it's just as important for you as an e-commerce store to prepare for your holiday store rush through web development and marketing strategy. Like Caitlin said, don't be afraid to reach out to a professional if you need to. That's if you need help, just advice, or even if you just don't have time to devote toward it, because it's just such a busy season, and we know that you can have a lot of kettles on the fire. So we're always here to help. We can get your website on the nice list this year if you get stuck. I really hope that all these tips from Brady and Caitlin give you some effective goals and a checklist of what to do to prepare your store. And thank you for coming and joining us. And I'm just going to wrap things up on the webinar here so we can take questions. So if you have to go, thank you so much for coming. You can contact us anytime. If you'd like to stay around and ask questions, we're going to open that up now.